Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Yeah.
Yahoo!
One more time. You're in a combo time. Ready? Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Yeah.
Yahoo!
Hey, thank you for coming to Lightning Larry. We're in the little town of Brimstone right now. It's so awesome to have you here. These guys have been practicing forever, and they are so excited. I'm excited. This is our Lightning Larry play. So what am I going to say? So here's what we do. You know that we do Reader's Theater for a couple different reasons. One of the first reasons is that it's fun, right? It's a good time. The second reason is that it really helps build fluency and build the reader's expression. So if this summer, I know that your child's going to read with you this summer. So one of the things you get to do is act out the parts, right? Help them build that fluency, help them build that expression in their reading, because in third grade, it definitely helps, okay? The last reason, and one of the most important ones, is it helps build their confidence and their stage presence, okay? Parents, so in your jobs, do you have to get in front of people and talk to groups, right? Yeah, right? And some parents are like, there's some people, and when they get in front of people, they're like, I can't talk to you. And then they'll just work online or something. So we want these guys to get some practice right away, getting in front of people, talking with them. They'll do it in third grade and fourth grade and middle school and high school, and it's going to be awesome. Okay, so we are in the Wild West, and this play is about friendship and love and kindness and getting along with each other. So it ties in well with Cornelia Cares, right? Because have you ever worked with somebody who walks around with a grumpy, frowny face? Stop pointing. No, right? So then you can't walk up to people. You know, at Cornelia on the playground, we teach them that you can't ever have a grumpy face and walk up to somebody. Be my friend, right? It just doesn't work. Come slide with me and swing, let's go. No, but you have to walk up to people and say, hi, my name's David. You want to go swing? Yeah. Well, unfortunately, we're in cowboy time. And they didn't go sliding down the slide, and they didn't play on the swings. They shoot each other, and that's love. So what we're going to do is you're going to see these people. There's bad guys, and there's going to be shooting, but it's a different kind. They don't shoot bullets. It's little bolts of light, and so that little bolt of light it's love and friendship personified, right? So they're going to spread the love that way. Awesome. It's kind of cool. I know. It'll warm your heart. Like, oh, he just shot him. So this is kind of cool. All right, guys, ready? So we're gonna go loud. You guys can stand up. Awesome. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna turn on the stage lights here. I know this is big time. All right, can I present the legend of Lightning Larry?
Well, you've heard about dumb friend and good guys, like we'll do. That's a good true. But we'll tell your name that strikes even greater fear into the hearts of bad men everywhere. Lightning Larry! We'll never forget they rode up to a little town of Brimstone, a walking Jim Cotton mode saloon. Strolled up to the bar and smiled straight at the bartender.
Lemonade, please!
Every head in the place turned to look. Now, standing next to Lily at the bar was Kurt. Kurt was one of a band of rustlers and thieves that had been terrorizing our town, led by a ferocious outlaw named Evil Eye McNeil. Kurt was wearing the usual outlaw scowl. They turned to him and smiled.
By the way, frown got there, mister.
What's it to you?
Well, maybe I could help you remove it.
I'd like to see you try. That's got out of the way real fast. The bartender ducked behind the bar. Larry and Kurt moved at 10 paces from each other. Hands out red. Larry was still smiling. Kurt moved first, but he only just cleared his gun from a holster before Larry and fired.
Zing!
There was no bang and no bullet, just a little bolt of light that hit Kurt right in the heart. Kurt just stood there, his eyes wide with surprise. Then he dropped his gun, and a huge grin spread over his face. He rushed up to Larry and hugged his hand. I'm mighty glad to know you, stranger. The drinks are on me. Lemonade for everyone. When Ivan McNeil and his elbow gang heard that crooked Kurt on the street, they shuddered right down to their boots. Most any elbow would rather die than smile. Eli's man was shook up, but they weren't about to let on. The next day, Dismal Dan, Devilish Dick, and Dreadful Dave rode into Brimstone, yelling like crazy men and shooting wild.
Yeah!
Windows shut and citizens scattered. Then Lightning Larry showed up. He never warned them, never even stopped smiling. Just shot 3 bolts of light.
Zing, zing, zing!
Hit those outlaws right in the heart. Davy's shots knocked outlaws to the ground. They lay there trying to figure out what had hit them. They got up and looked around. Looks like we took some damage, boys, said Dismal Dan.
Hope nobody got hurt.
Said Devilish Dick.
We better get to work and fix this place up.
Said Dreadful Dave. They spent the rest of the day replacing windows and applauding to everyone who listened. And for good measure, they picked up all the trash in the street. Ivan McNeil had lost 3 more of his meanest men, and he was furious. He decided to do something really nasty. The next day, Stinky Steve and Sickening Sid walked into the 79th National Station They wore masks, but everyone knew who they were from the smell. Stick up your hand, said Stinky Steve. Give us all the money in your vault, ordered Sickening Sid. It was just that long ago to get this money back. And Larry so bad. Didn't even slow a step. Just shot those names in the back.
Zing!
Went right through to the heart. They putted it up those stuff and looked at each other.
Seems tame to steal money from hard-working cowboys.
I don't want to make the lives any harder. They holstered their guns and walked back to the teller. They plunked the money bags down on the counter.
Now you keep that money safe.
They pulled out their wallets and opened up accounts. That was the last straw for Ivan McNeil. It was time for the showdown. The next day at high noon, Larry sipping lemonade in a cottonmouth saloon. Evil Eye burst through the doors and stepped up to him.
I'm Evil Eye McNeil. Hello, Evil Eye. Can I buy you a lemonade? This town ain't big enough for the both of us. I don't know. Seems pretty spacious to me. I'll be waiting for you down by the Okie Dokie Corral.
And Evil Eye stamped out. That's when Larry finished his lemonade and walked into Main Street. Evil Eye was waiting for him, but Evil Eye wasn't alone. There on the east side of King Red. Ratchet, rock, Grammy, Gert, Creep, Cow, Oldie Mike, Lousy Luke, Gruesome Gus, Foot Brisker. And not one of them looked friendly.
Nice day for a stroll.
Called Larry.
Draw!
Said Evil Eye. All the citizens of Brimstone were lining Main Street to see what would happen. Larry was still smiling, but we knew the Larry couldn't outshoot all those outlaws together. Just then, the boys came in and had enough to do. Want some help, Larry?
Wouldn't mind it.
Out stepped Crooked Kurt, and right behind him were Dismal Dan, Devilish Dick, Dreadful Dave, and Sickening Sid, and Stinky Steve, and Sickening Sid. They all took place beside Larry. Hello, Evil Eye,
Called Kurt.
called Kurt.
Traitors!
Yelled Evil Eye,
Draw!
said Larry with a smile. Evil Eye and his men drew their guns. But Larry and his friends were an eye blink quicker. Their guns fired 7 little bucks.
Zing!
Took those outlaws running. You know what?
Yippee!
Yelled Eagle Eye. He shot in the air.
Zing! There was no bang and no bullet.
Just a little bolt of light.
All right, man. Let's clean up this town once and for all.
Zing,
zing, zing!
And before we could duck for cover, Larry, Eagle Eye, and the others turned their guns on the rest of us. Bolts of light flew everywhere. No one was spared. Not a man,
Woman,
or child. No room or children.
yippee! Yippee, Tyler!
We never saw such a happy crowd. We all rushed around and pumped each other's hands.
And hug each other.
Then the musicians got out instruments and we had dancing too. Main Street was one huge party. All the rest of that day and on. Good night. We have never drank so much lemonade in all our days. Only two of us all here ride into the sunset. Can't say where we went. Can't say what to do now. But that is still in the heart. Zing!
Okay, didn't they do a wonderful job?
Yes.
Okay. So you can see why we really